Most of the time, we're really blessed that it's well kids. And then you have these moments where there's a crisis, where a child is really sick. And those are the moments where the deep connection and relationship that we here at Premier have with our families is what changes lives.
My family really could not ask for more in a pediatrician's office. From the moment that we started coming here, I felt like my children were going to be taken care of, and I couldn't have been more right.
There's so many different expertise and backgrounds that all play into how they can address different patients and different problems.
We really go out of our way to spend a lot of time with parents and ask and answer all of their individualized questions.
That philosophy has spread to the other physicians in the group. I believe that every physician and everyone serving our patients does try to do as much as they can.
Everyone is really amazing here. The quality of care that my children are receiving is the best.
It was almost exactly 5 years ago when my younger son was checked into a hospital. I remember the first morning when we woke up at like 7:30. Dr. Dina walked in and she hugged me, and I knew she was there as my son's doctor, as a doctor for our entire family, but I knew she was there as a mom and a human and a doctor, and I knew the minute I saw her that everything would be okay. She would help us figure this out. And 5 years later, Dr. Tina is still like the captain of our team.
Every time I bring my kids in for even a well visit or a sick visit, the doctors are always making sure that they check in with me as the parent of my children to make sure that I'm okay.
We spend a lot of extra time with parents to find out what they feel is their philosophy on parenting and what their goals are when we meet and talk about things like nutrition and sleep and discipline and toilet training, so that we can provide really individualized advice when we help guide parents through parenting.
We all try to stay current. We go to conferences, we talk, we have conferences amongst the different doctors. We want to make sure that if someone is investing in our practice and really handing us the most precious thing in the world, that we are up to the task of taking care of that child and the whole family.
I know that if I see one doctor here, that they're all talking to each other to make sure that the best care is given to my children.
We realize that every patient and every family is unique, and we're committed to practicing evidence-based, up-to-date medicine while keeping in mind the individualized need of each parent and family.
There's always research behind every decision that is ever made or anything that is ever recommended to me.
A big part of the philosophy and a big part of all pediatrics is listening. Sometimes taking the extra minute makes all the difference.
My son doesn't cry at appointments, which I've been told many children do. So they're actually obviously doing something right here to give him the space where he doesn't have to be scared of coming to the doctors.
There are days where you walk into an exam room and you see a 3-year-old, a small toddler, just clutching their teddy, and you can tell they're really nervous. And you really have a decision to make. You can rush through the exam, but you'd also take a moment, kind of walk with a quieter voice, and really let the child know that you're there to maybe have a little bit of fun, and you can start to develop a relationship that will continue to grow over the various visits that they have through the years at our practice.